How is it possible that somebody that yesterday told you that he was so completely in love with you, and today they are no more in love with you? What happened? What was the real problem that made this person escape from you? And when some of my clients called me and told me, oh well, Richard, yes, we had some arguments, yes, we had some problems, some issues, but they were just little things, nothing really important. And then they say to me, oh well, I tried everything, you have to believe me, I tried absolutely everything, but nothing worked. And that's the moment they start to transform completely themselves. Because no one can save a relationship if they are not aware of what they did wrong in the first place. They just don't know. They don't know why that partner left them. And if you don't know why, how can you recover a relationship if you don't know the problem in the first place? And the real problem, it's not to tell the other person, oh well, I'm sorry, please come back with me and I won't hurt you anymore, I promise. Because the other person doesn't believe you. They aren't even willing to listen to you in these cases. And if the other person is so convinced that going back with you will be the most terrible decision they could have, it's ridiculously obvious that they won't get back with you. Let's try to think about it differently. Let's think about what made this person suffer so much to decide to leave you. Because if somebody stays with you for months or years, of course they were so in love with you. So let's think about it. What actually they had to suffer by being with us to let them think that the best decision that they could make was to leave us. Because they are not stupid. And this is why during our calls I want to be very specific about the issues, about the arguments, about the words that they used with you during the arguments, what they complained about the relationship, what they want to be done differently. For example, because if we understand what they told you, we are also able to tell them all the things that they need to listen from us to start again to think and believe that getting back again with us will make them believe that they could become again happy together with you. And during the next 2 or 3 months, your relationship will be completely transformed in a completely new way. But in order to do this, we have to unlock all their fears and all their worries. And if this person today doesn't want you to talk to you anymore, tomorrow they will desire to talk with you. And today, if this person doesn't even want to see you, tomorrow this person will desire to see you. But you will need first to change some of your behavior. You will have to change the things that you will say to this person. Because with those words that I will ask you to tell them, they will give to that person the awareness of your change. Because they will feel your change. And if they will start to feel that change, they will also start to feel that getting back with you will be the best choice they'll ever make. And seriously, it's so effective that sometimes there are people that calls me and say, well, Richard, the person that I love is already asking me to get back with me. But you told me before that I could take about 2 months to get back with this person, and after only 2 weeks, this person is asking me to get back with him. And I'm not even aware of what I did exactly to make this person change so much their beliefs. I don't know what happened actually. And this is the beauty of understanding how relationships work. The beauty of understanding how to handle, how to manage the arguments, all the fights that you will have in the future. Because arguing is absolutely normal. If you are with somebody, you will have to argue. And if you learn the tools and strategies to understand the dynamics of the arguments, of the relationship, of the insecurities of the person that you love, you will be able to let that person to feel that you are still the person that they love so much. But first, I need to understand what happened between you guys, the issues, the arguments, what they told you, and most of all, I need you to follow all the guidelines that we will discuss on the phone, because you will need to be precise following the guidelines. And maybe now you're thinking, of course I will follow your guidelines, but usually the people that calls me are always successful professionals, entrepreneurs, and mostly are people that they are not very used to follow guidelines, and most of them they are not used to follow instructions, because usually they are the ones they give instruction to other people, because they know they can handle problems, they're so smart, so intelligent. Why should I ask somebody else guidelines or instructions? I'm the smartest guy in the room, I will succeed by myself. And I need you to remember that if you are experiencing, as any other person in the world, a crisis in your relationship, maybe you did something wrong and you aren't even able to recognize it. You aren't aware of what really went wrong. So first, I need you to understand why your relationship has entered in this crisis in the first place. And then, when you understand what really went wrong, I need you to understand what you could do differently to recover your relationship. But please be aware that after you book the call with me to discuss together what should you do to recover your relationship, let me change the way you think about your relationship. Let me help you changing your behaviors, and let the positive reactions, the positive results, giving you the enthusiasm in following the instructions and the strategy and the guidelines. And if right now your relationship it's not in a good place, let me help you to change that place in the next weeks. Because if you will do everything perfectly, the person that you love will start back looking at you as the most beautiful and wonderful person that has ever existed. But you need to take a decision. Continuing to do everything as ever before, continuing to do everything as usual, but remembering that you are in a bad situation and maybe this suffering will continue for months or years, and maybe the person that you love will meet somebody else and maybe will get in a new relationship with somebody else. But choosing this way, of course, you will have the satisfaction of knowing that you will have done everything according to yourself. Or you can choose to tell me about your relationship, about your arguments, about your personality, about the personality of the person that you love. You promise me to follow all the strategies, the tactics and the guidelines, and make the person that you love desiring to get back with you.